All right, so by now you have seen some videos about the journey of our video system here at Area 10 Faith Community, and today is the final setup. Today is the final setup. We tried streaming through ProPresenter previously. We did that for a while successfully until we had some software challenges. We then went to the GoStream video, which was in theory going to be great, and because it offers NDI as an auxiliary input, but then we found out that ProPresenter sends out full NDI, and the GoStream only receives NDI-HX, which does not compute together, so that one got returned and sent back. Now, I did find out that the GoStream now offers an SDI version, which could be a solution, a cheaper solution than what I've got here. But let's go take a look at this rig and see what we have working as our final setup. So here in the portable rig, we do have the power conditioner at the top, the same C-Tech 4K monitor, and then we're just running an ATEM Mini Pro SDI. So this has SDI inputs on the back. We've got 4 SDI inputs here, and it's an ATEM Mini. This gives us the capability to run 2 cameras in, camera 1, camera 2, which is what we use. Then we have 3 and 4 coming from ProPresenter, and we'll show you that in just a minute. Our SDI out runs up to our monitor, and then we have our Cat 5 as well as our input coming from the X32 across this 1/8 inch jack. Now, we have switched that internally, so it's not set up as a mic input, but a line input. That does make a difference on how the preamp reacts, and hopefully you are familiar with that if you're running an ATEM Mini. But if you have a bunch of distortion or anything coming in, make sure that you go into the settings. That's not in the settings of the normal application that you use to run this. It's in the ATEM setup app. So it's a slightly different app, but you can go into those settings, change your audio input from mic to line, and you should be good to go. Let's take a look at the back of what's around on the back side of this, because we do set up and tear down every week, and we've got a bunch of stuff. So I'm actually gonna lay it out here on the table, and then we'll show you what that looks like. So this may look a little chaotic, but in the end, the goal is to have it pre-cabled as much as possible so that our volunteers just have to unwrap some cables, take off some wire ties, and then plug things into the other peripherals that they go into. So to start out with, we do have a network switch in here, and that network switch is labeled. So we've got a connection that goes to the floor. Let's see here. So we have a connection that goes to the floor to get our Cat 5 from the floor. We have another one here that goes to the laptop. Notice that everything is labeled, even down here. So to switch, and this one says floor cable to switch. So that helps our volunteers. If something comes unplugged, then they know how to manage that and reset it. The next thing we have here are the audio cables, which go into bus 11 and bus 12 on our X32. We've got our power, which is pretty self-explanatory. That runs the power inverter. We have our Canon camera, which is our rear camera. We are running the CRN 500 in the back, and so that one plugs in there. And then we have another SDI cable, which plugs into the floor and gets our front camera, which is a JVC camcorder, that gets plugged in there. So we've got SDI out on the front, runs all the way back to the back. We've got SDI out in the back, which runs straight to the back, and that gives us everything we need, except for our ProPresenter and lower third lyrics. So let's talk about that solution here. So most people run the Decklink Duo, which gives you 4 SDI outputs. We didn't need that because we just run HDMI directly into our projector, which is only 5 feet away from our laptop. So we went with the Blackmagic UltraStudio HD Mini. This is a little device that gives us a Thunderbolt 3 connection. I did find out that there's a difference between Thunderbolt 3 and USB-C. Pardon my tech ignorance. But you can see even here, ProPresenter 7 were labeled, and then this one has UltraStudio listed there. We've got output A and output B. So this gives us 2 SDI outputs, and those run our key and fill source into the ATEM Mini, which is pre-programmed. This has a bunch of other connections. We don't use any of it. We just bought it because we needed 2 SDI outputs to run our key and fill source from ProPresenter 7 over into the ATEM Mini. So that's the solution that we came up with after a bunch of struggles, a bunch of challenges, a bunch of trial and error. Hopefully this video is helpful for you if you're trying to build a compact portable rig. This setup seems to be really reliable and we've had no problems with it so far. Now we're only a couple weeks into running it and we ran ProPresenter 7 for almost a year with no problems. So who knows, the time may tell, but in the end right now we've got hardwired connections for all of our cameras, our key and fill sources right from ProPresenter. It lets ProPresenter push out video, pushes it out to the projector, it pushes it out through the that Blackmagic device, and that seems to be doing just fine for us. The audio coming in from the soundboard is nice and clean and clear, and we've got a really good connection with our cameras. So this, again, is our solution. Let me know if you're a small mobile church. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you using? Because what I find is that a lot of the churches that even run on a budget for their setup, they're still in a permanent location. So being able to set up, tear down, be efficient, and have all of your gear in cases that you can stow away somewhere and take the abuse of setting up and tearing down. I would love to hear what you're working with. Maybe it'll help out some of the other folks watching this video. But that's it for this one. Thanks for checking it out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll catch you guys in that next video. Peace.